So I forgot to show you guys this, but a few days ago, I noticed after Jose Ramirez stole a bag that he was wearing a different chain. And after looking at it, I thought, oh my God, Jose Ramirez is wearing a chain of Jose Ramirez holding a chain. I mean, honestly, I wish someone would love me as much as Jose loves Jose. What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. If this is your first time on the channel, we do this every single day, so don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, as well as save yourself some money. Use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save 20 bucks off any baseball game that you're going to anytime soon. The Yankees are unstoppable. We had Fernando Tatis Jr. versus Shohei Ohtani, the two MVP candidates, and also 30 runs combined were scored in the White Sox versus Cubs game. Yesterday was wild. Also, I do want to note that anytime there is more than 10 games in a single day, it's always hard to edit. Yesterday, there was 15 games, so I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that subscribe. Let's try and get to 360,000 because I record, edit, and do all of my everything all by myself. So today's video, it's going to take me 5 hours. Anyways, let's get the walk-off victory out of the way. The only one came in the Phillies game, and we have Bryce Harper smacking a 2-run bomb for his 25th home run of the year. The RBIs are starting to stack up for Mr. Bryce Harper. Aaron Nola, he did his job yesterday, going 5 1/3 with 7 strikeouts, only allowed 2 earned runs, and JT Realmuto, he put Philly up by 2. But yeah, the Diamondbacks, just like the Astros, those are the two teams in baseball that just seem to come back almost every single time and make it a close game. So Christian Walker ties it up, and then Ketel Marte hits a 2-run no-doubter to give the Diamondbacks a 2-run lead, but then Bamboo Brad comes in clutch with a 2-run missile to retie it, and Gene Segura, he finishes the job later on in extra innings in the 11th. So the Phillies, they're still fighting. So they're 6 games back in the wild card, but in their own division, they're 5.5 games back of the Braves. Go figure. Moving on over to a couple different teams that are fighting for the #1 spot in the AL East. The Rays versus the Orioles. You have Yandy Diaz knocking in Wander Franco, which means Wander Franco is on a 27-game on-base streak at just 20 years old. Manuel Margot knocks in 2 RBIs, and Wander Franco, he is just insane at everything it seems like. Look at this catch. He puts on the moon shoes. Shane, we call him the Magic Man, McClanahan, only allows 2 earned runs in 6 innings, and Mike Zunino continues a wild season. He has 27 home runs. He's hitting .211, but he has a 138 OPS plus, which is 38% better than the average hitter. I absolutely love it. So the Rays, they get their 80th win, and they are on pace yet again to be a top 3 team in baseball. But the Yankees are coming for them. Josh Harrison, he lays out for a sick play, but Giancarlo Stanton, again, he is on one of those Stantonian streaks. He goes 472 feet. He now has 24 home runs and a 135 OPS plus. This is the season that Yankees fans have been hoping for ever since they traded for him. Luke Voit belts one 437 feet. He should never sit another game for the rest of the season. Brett Gardner, while I respect him, there's no way that he should be playing over Luke Voit. DH Luke Voit and Giancarlo Stanton can play the outfield. Judge smacks a 3-run shot. He is on pace to get some MVP votes as well. And Urshela, he comes in clutch with the defense. And Garrett Cole, he had some fun with his ex-teammate, Pittsburgh Pirate legend, Josh Harrison. So he tosses 6 shutout innings with 3 strikeouts in these 6. So he now has 200 strikeouts on the year. Higgy and Judge make it 8 runs, and the Yankees have won 13 games in a row. That's the longest streak since 1961 for the Yankees, and they're doing this without Kluber, Severino, Domingo Germán, and Gleyber Torres. That's pretty crazy. So the next 6 or 7 games, we're going to go ahead and group them together because they're all teams that are going for a wild card spot. We have Boston versus Cleveland. This is where the title of today's video is going to come into play. I mean, it is just disgraceful. So J-Ram shows off the reflexes with a diving play, which got me hyped up, and then he ropes his 30th home run of the year. I think there's an argument that can be made that Jose Ramirez is now a top 10 player in all of baseball. Logan Allen, who was horrific to begin the year, went 6 innings, did not allow a single earned run, and only gave up just 1 single base hit. And then Yu Chang makes it 3-1, and cue the implosion. The title of today's video, James Karinchak got exposed. Araz, I think that's his name, smacks a 3-run shot, and we lose. So Boston is on a 2-game winning streak, and they're 3.5 games ahead of the A's because Oakland has lost 6 games in a row. And I just want to show kind of how James is getting exposed. Look at his spin rate at the beginning of the season, and look how far it dropped in August. I mean, the dude is a completely different pitcher, and his strikeouts per 9 was nearing 16 in the first half, and now it's not even at 6. He completely bamboozled us. And it looks like Cleveland noticed as well, because this morning, right after I said that he needs to be sent back down to the minors to relearn how to pitch, That's exactly what happened. He has been sent down. Moving on over to the MVP frontrunners facing off against each other, and they didn't really do anything in yesterday's game, but Jerkson Profar clutches up for a 2 RBI triple, and then you have Jake Marisnick capping off a 3-run second inning with an RBI base hit. The Padres, they score 2 more in the 5th, and Ha-Sung Kim, look at this web gem to end the 8th inning. Joe Musgrove was on top of his game yet again. His second complete game shutout of 2021. The other one was a no-hitter. He had 9 strikeouts, only allowed 3 base hits. The Padres, even though they've been scuffling, are still 2 games back of the wild card. And the Angels, I just want to say they look absolutely pitiful. I am sorry, Angels fans. Moving on over to the team that is competing for that other wild card spot with the Padres, the Reds. They pretty easily beat the Marlins. Tyler Naquin knocks one out for his 19th home run. Mike Moustakas doubles in Joey Votto. And then Wade Miley grabs an RBI double of his own. Max Schrock and Wade Miley, they end up scoring on air to make it 5-0. And Wade Miley has been sensational in 2021. 7 shutout innings, only 1 walk on 5 strikeouts. And Mike Moustakas, the Moose is loose, launches a massive home run. So the Reds, they stay 2 games ahead of the San Diego Padres for second place in the wild card. 2 teams that are going for second place in the American League wild card, the Mariners and the Jays, they both took L's yesterday. Let's talk about the Seattle game real quick. Seattle Mariners actually started off hot with an Abraham Toro bases little walk. Torrens, his double made it 3-1, and then they got 2 more in the second. No biggie, it's 5-1. Yeah, I thought it was deja vu because Salvador Perez had a grand slam the game before. So back-to-back games, Salvador Perez clutches up with a grand slam. So he now has 47 home runs in his last 164 games. It's tied going into the 10th. It's tied going into the 12th. And then Edward Olivares, again, reminds me of a Harry Potter name, Ollivanders, gets the job done with 2 outs, and the Royals have won 2 games in a row, and the Mariners, according to ESPN, are sitting at just a 2.1% chance of making the playoffs. And the Jays are kind of in the same situation, but they're a game ahead for 3rd place in that wild card, but they do lose to the Tigers after Miggy returned home a few days after he hit home run number 500 and 501. He is so close to 3,000 base hits. Hopefully he can get that done in Detroit. Both Steven Matz and Matt Manning were on top of their game. They each gave up 1 earned run apiece. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. got it done by smoking an RBI double in the 3rd. And Derek Hill, I just want to mention, this kid has top 1% sprint speed, and he uses all of it on this catch. I think that he is going to be fantastic. Riley Green in right field, Derek Hill in center, Akil Baddoo in left. That is a really good outfield for the next 10 years if they can all stay healthy. So Vlad Jr. shows the improved defense, but Miguel Cabrera laces an RBI single up the middle, and Matt Manning allows that 1 earned run in 6 innings on 5 strikeouts. Steven Matz goes 6 innings, doesn't walk anyone, but only has 2 strikeouts, so completely different starts, but both effective. You have Reyes hitting an inside the park home run to give the Tigers a 2-1 lead, and then they finish it off. So yeah, the Jays, they're 6.5 games back of the wild card after they have, they're 3-7 in their last 10. That's not good. The Cardinals versus the Pirates. The score was knotted up 0-0 going into the 5th, and thank goodness Harrison Bader and Tommy Edman exist because they make it 3-0, and then Edman drives in the 4th run of the day on a sacrifice fly that was huge as Harrison Bader hoses a runner at home, but the Pirates make it a 1-run game. Now, luckily for the Cardinals, Alex Reyes, while he has been a little shaky as of late, he strikes out 2. I think that he's more dependable than not for his 29th save. So the Cardinals are now 4.5 games back of second place with a month to go. 30 runs were scored in the White Sox versus Cubs game, so please bear with me. It's really hard to recap these games when there's that many runs scored. Patrick Wisdom hits a 3-run tater, 450 feet. I think this was on his birthday. Maybe he turned 27 or 28 years old. He's in the conversation for Rookie of the Year as well. The White Sox explode. Jose Barrio has an RBI single, then double. Yasmani Grandal hits a 3-run moonshot. More on him later. Vaughn scores on an error. Eloy Jimenez drives in 2 RBIs. Louis Bob hits an RBI single, and that starts a 4-run 5th inning that was capped by a 2-run double from Yasmani Grandal, and then later on he hits a second 3-run home run, so he has 8 RBIs on the day. He went 4 for 6 in his first game back from the IL. He has a 141 OPS plus, even though he's hitting 203, and then Patrick Wisdom, for good measure, hits his second home run of the day, so a 4 RBI birthday. Nice. And also, I just have to mention Ronaldo Lopez came in as a relief pitcher yet again and threw 5 perfect innings. Between 19 and 20, he had a 5+ ERA and FIP. Now he has a 1.59 ERA and a sub 2.8 FIP. He has been electric. You know who hasn't been electric? The New York Mets. Their offense has been stinky. Juan Soto grounds out for his 70th RBI of the year, and then Josh Bell matches him. I didn't realize that Josh Bell was up to 70 RBIs as well. Javier Baez goes the other way for his third bomb as a Met, and Rich Hill was pretty solid. 5 innings, 8 strikeouts. The old man did it, but he allowed those 2 earned runs, and that wasn't enough, as Paulo Espino tosses 5 shutout innings with 7 strikeouts, and Finnegan, he grabs his 6th save ever since they traded away Brad Hand. The Mets have lost by 1 run 25 times this year, and according to ESPN, after going 2-8 in their last 10 and losing 4 in a row, they have a 1.5% chance of making the playoffs. Both of these teams, the Braves and the Giants, are going to make the playoffs, and I think that Juice Baseballs might be back. Buster Posey flicked this one out. I have no idea how he was able to travel that far. Ozzie Albies makes an insane play later on, and then you have Adam Duvall and Austin Riley knocking in a pair. Ozzie Albies drives an RBI on a double to make it 4-3, and then Jorge Soler finishes the comeback. He rips it open. He opens the hips on a belt-high fastball for a grand slam. He has 14 RBIs and 6 home runs and a 137 OPS plus since the trade. And Jock Peterson, who they also got at the deadline, makes the final grab. The Braves are now 8-2 in their last 10, and they're almost 6 games ahead for first place. The Dodgers, they got beat by the Rockies yesterday. Chuck Nasty turned on a pitch for a 2-run home run. Then you have Will Smith and TT, Trey Turner, going yard to tie it up, and it stays tied until CJ Cron rips his 23rd home run of the year. He's batting .385 with 9 home runs, 30 RBIs, and a 1282 OPS in August. That is legendary stuff, my friend. Kyle Freeland, I don't know why I almost said Seager, but we got the job done. Kyle Freeland throws 6 very good innings, 2 earned runs on 7 strikeouts. Elias Diaz has enough muscles to get it just past AJ Pollock for a home run, and nothing really changed in the standings. But the Rockies are 7-3 in their last 10. That's fun. Glenn Otto made his debut for the Rangers yesterday, and he was really good. He gets an RBI from Jason Martin. He ends up with 5 shutout innings and 7 strikeouts against the mighty Astros offense. That is fantastic. Andy Ibanez hits a home run in the 5th. Then you have Pozo and Trevino driving in 2 on some doubles. But of course, like we mentioned, the Diamondbacks and the Astros, they never give up. They always make it a fun ending. And they actually complete the comeback courtesy of Jake Myers, and also Michael Brantley ties it up. And then Yuli, he turns on the burners to avoid a double play. He has an RBI ground out, and a double play ends it. The Astros are on a 3-game winning streak. The Twins versus the Brewers. This one is very easy to recap. Josh Donaldson, 2-run home run. Very good, 133 OPS plus. Good job. That's over. Not really. That's all that happened in yesterday's game. I mean, Andrew Albers, he was fantastic. 5 1/3 shutout innings, and honestly, that's it. Byron Buxton was back. He makes the final grab. The Twins win 2-0. All right, everyone. Well, that does it for today's MLB recap. 15 games, and I feel like we recapped it pretty well, if I might say. So I really appreciate a like as well as a subscribe. Save yourself some money. Use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save yourself 20 bucks off. And to any kids out there, do not use Spider Tack. Do not use any of that sticky stuff. Try and become a good pitcher, otherwise you'll end up like James Karinchak, and I think that he needs to be sent down and relearn how to pitch. But hey, thanks for watching, and enjoy this day in MLB history.
Got him, and that's the new record. 46 consecutive batters retired.
How cool is that? We're not talking about San Francisco record, National League record. We're talking about a Major League Baseball record.